Hi, my name is Todd. I work with Jay at Tuning Done Right with the Special Force Turbo and wanted to give a brief video description of one way to deal with the fuel tank evaporative collection system. One of the things that needs to be done during the install is we are required to have a vacuum source for the map sensor, as well as going to the BOV right there, and also I have a line that also goes to my boost gauge. So that becomes our vacuum source from the intake manifold. So previously, or originally, the evaporative control solenoid valve, which is positioned over by the brake reservoir, and it's different, a little bit different depending on whether you have NC1 or NC2. The NC2 has the sound enhancer that typically runs through here and has a connection point on this bracket. I removed the noise enhancer, so the evap solenoid assembly is kind of put in here with zip ties. So there's the solenoid, there's the harness. When the computer identifies a need to purge the evaporator collection tank in the rear off the gas tank, it sends a signal via the harness to the solenoid, which opens when the car is operating, and that would pull the fumes into the intake manifold here. So I opted not to use or reuse that system. So I'm taking the end of the hose and simply tucking it down out of the way in between the manifold and the interior fender liner, okay? With the solenoid, you pretty much, if you go this route, you need to keep the solenoid in place. The harness needs to remain connected, otherwise it will trigger an SEL. As my understanding, looking at the various service manuals and service highlights, that there is no safety issues with this. Again, gas fumes cannot flow into the engine compartment, because in order to get any type of flow through the system, that hose needs to be connected to a vacuum for a motive force. So that's simply not there. You could tape this up or put a plug in it, cut that off and put a plug in it if you have any concern. But basically, just tucking that down out of the way, that allows the system to be reconfigured if this system is ever removed. I have approximately 8,000 miles on the engine here, and no SELs and no issues and no decrease in fuel economy or any issues along those ways. Hope this helps.